Yeah, we're playing this today. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, licensed by Nintendo. Seems pretty doubtful, honestly. I don't even think like this game's rated E by the ESRB, but I don't think there's like any. I think this is one of those games where there's no rating information on the back. Feel free to fact check me on that, though. Usually that's a sign it's not a very good game. Which, yeah. I mean, really, what can I say about Eminem's kart racing that hasn't already been said? I'm gonna go into a tournament here. Easy. To make it slightly more bearable. You know what? I'm gonna go with the blue one, because why not? My balls are blue from playing this, so it works out pretty well.
Start your engines.
Ready? Set. Go!
Now, the one thing I had heard people complain about the most in this game is that the motion controls are, like, really bad. And, well, I mean the voice acting, too, but the motion controls are what seem to be the most, the most panned, I guess, in the game. I mean, the game is just really bland. It doesn't even have to be an M&M's racing game. Like, you could have made this a Skittles racing game, or like a, well, what is it? A California Raisins racing game, and it wouldn't change much. But, so far I'm not really seeing any issues with the motion controls. It seems pretty functional to me. I mean, I know the Wii can sometimes have bad motion control, but I'm not really getting that with this. Yeah, it seems like a functional game. It's just everything else in it is kind of garbage. That's another thing that people criticize. The tracks. Yeah, the tracks don't really belong in a racing game. They belong in like a platformer. To that, I agree. I actually wouldn't mind playing as like Super Mario 64 Mario on like one of these tracks. Somebody should do that in like Gmod or something. Assuming these tracks don't already exist for Gmod. And assuming that the G64 hack has been preserved, I think there's like a Discord server for every Gmod hack that Nintendo took down. Pretty sure that's in there, but I could be wrong.
Start your engines.
The streets.
Ready? Set. Go!
I need a better engine.
I need a better engine.
Perfect start.
You know what? This game could probably use a better engine. I don't even know what engine this game was made on, to be honest. Could have, theoretically... Theoretically, it could be an engine that was also used on good quality games. Guess we'll never know. Unless somebody's documented it, in which case, yeah. Coffee. Oh, it doesn't seem like this game has any items either. That, I feel, would complete the experience. No! I mean, unless you count like the coffee cups, I guess. Those act very similarly to mushrooms. I've gone off track. Ah! Oh, fuck. Second place. Look, a nut. Bye-bye, bitch. You want a nut so badly, you'll have to get it your sorry ass self.
Final lap.
Yeah, I don't... Yeah, see, I definitely understand a lot of complaints with this game, but I don't think it's really worthy of being called one of the worst games of all time. I mean, it's functional. It's just, again, it doesn't have to be M&Ms. Again, like I said, it could be California raisins. And the goal should be right around here. Yeah, there we go.
Hello.
Let's go to the next race.
Start
Your engines!
Ready? Set. Go!
Alright. What's the dealio with this level?
Approaching sound barrier. Perfect start. Approaching sound barrier.
Approaching sound barrier. I know people have been memeing that I know people have been memeing that clip to death. Fuck.
Final lap.
Wow, we're not even a minute into the race and we're already on the final lap. Yeah, and just imagine how much longer it would take. Like, imagine how much longer it would take if I weren't playing on Dolphin right now, and if I actually played this on actual Wii hardware. Ah, crap. Did I say that out loud? Shit.
I'm the
Yeah, I can't keep up the act any longer. Yeah, like, motion controls are broken. Go watch other videos on it. I'm gonna take a break from this really quick, and then show you, like, how I'm gonna show you, like, how I made this game actually somewhat functional. So, we just roll that clip really quick. Alright, so here is how you can make M&M's Kart Racing actually playable. Well, first you're going to need an ISO of M&M's Kart Racing. Find it yourself. I'm not going to show you. I'm not going to show you where to get one, especially when Nintendo is so upright about emulation and whatnot. Or uptight, I should say. You need Dolphin emulator. And then what you're going to want, and then you're also going to need a computer. And, a controller of your choice, Xbox controller, or, hell, use a keyboard if you want to. PlayStation controller, hell, use an arcade stick or something. But anyways, this is for if you're using, like, an Xbox controller, or this will even work if you have, like, a Steam Deck, it has the same button layout. So, but, again, you can use any controller you feel like. Anyways, you go to where it says controllers here, and what you want to do, where it says Wii Remote 1, you want to click emulated Wii Remote, configure, and then, well, I actually have it set up already, but I'll show you again for demonstration's sake. This is very important here. You want to make sure you check sideways Wii Remote, because M&M's Kart Racing is played with a sideways Wii Remote. And by the way, you don't have to just do this for M&M's Kart Racing. You could use this in an actually good game like New Super Mario Bros. Wii. So anyways, what you're going to do is the A button, you're going to map to the B button on your Xbox controller, or the circle button on your PlayStation, whatever you feel like.
or like A on a Switch Pro controller, you know, that sort of thing. I'm not going to get into that though, but anyways, for the sake of you Xbox and Steam Deck users out there, so you're going to map the B button to the A button, the Y button to the B button, the X button to the 1 button, and the A button to the 2 button. And then the minus and plus buttons, well, the plus button's going to be whichever button start is, and then whichever button is right next to that. So select. Select is what it's commonly called on most controllers, but like we got view and menu here, so. And you'll know it's working when you press the button and all the symbols light up. And for the D-pad, you know, it's pretty standard. I don't know why the Steam just did that, but you'll want to click on it like D-pad up, D-pad down, D-pad left, D-pad right. The directional pad is what's either below or right next to the analog. The analog stick is where you can turn it all around. D-pad up, D-pad down, D-pad left, D-pad right. Yeah, so up, down, left, right. It's pretty straightforward, honestly. Motion simulation. For shaking, to simulate shaking the Wii Remote, you're going to want to press the right shoulder button, not the trigger, but the right shoulder button. So, yeah, R1. And I think for the Xbox, it's called like RB or something. Yeah, but like R1, and you want to do it for X, Y, and Z. Like, it'll simulate shaking the Wii Remote perfectly. Now, for the tilt controls, what you're going to, this is where you use the analog stick. Yes, that's what. So you could do that like a full 360 degrees. So you just spin that around there, and then tilting it forward, you're going to want to hit up. Yeah, see up. Then you're going to want to press it down for backwards. This is actually not really important. It's not really that important for a game like this because you're only going to steer left and right. So, but forward and backwards, you might run into a game that requires it. Because otherwise it wouldn't even be on Dolphin. Alright, and then motion input and extension, that's not really important. And then no extension because, And attach motion plus, you can do this if you want to. I guess it's ultimately up to you. It doesn't really matter that much in the grand scheme of things. It's, yeah, that's just about it, really. And, okay, back to the gameplay.
Or I can do a better finger snap. And with that out of the way, next track. And that is going to be... The Farm. Ah, yes, because when I think of M&Ms, I think of them being grown on a farm.
Set.
Growing on trees and shit. And the cows on the farm end up eating too many M&Ms and makes their tummies hurt. I don't fucking...
Approaching sound barrier.
Wait, I just passed the goal? It doesn't seem like there was any indication of a goal being there. Let me look again. Okay, well there's a goal, but see, I go past it. There's a bit of a delay there between me passing the goal and me getting into the next lap. Also, I think I'm starting to get a better understanding of the problem with this game. I don't think it's so much the motion controls that are breaking. I mean, it doesn't help that the motion controls suck, but I mean, whenever you bump into something, it stops you dead in your tracks. And that's a pain in the ass to turn around, Combine that with the Wii's over-reliance on motion controls, and it's a real nightmare to control. But, you do what I did, and it's good stuff.
Start your engine.
forest.
Ready? Set.
Wow, the lighting here is just,
Approaching sound barrier. Perfect start. Approaching sound barrier.
Now see, yeah, it went to the next lap immediately after I passed the goalpost, so what the hell? How come the farm couldn't do that, eh?
Final lap.
Final lap. What do we got here? And yeah, the goal should be around here. Should be not quite, not quite, not quite. And here we are. Yeah, these levels would be better in a platformer. They really would. Can't you tell how much fun I'm having? I mean, I guess it could be worse, but I don't know. The fact that I got this game working, it counts as some semblance of a serotonin boost. And even then, I figured that shit out like 2 years ago. You know, back when I started doing emulation. Wish I could get something like, especially I want to try that with some other Wii games. You know, make them actually playable on an emulator like Dolphin. One game I would really like to do this with one day. One game I'd really like to do this with one day is what is it? Donkey Kong Barrel Blast. Yeah, because that game is notoriously bad for how it controls. So I might have to try that someday. What? Well, was I just driving on the edge of the bridge? I wonder if I could drive on the full edge of the bridge. I'm not going to try it here, but like, goddamn. I don't know why that sound cracks me up as much as it does. All I know is that it cracks me up. Yeah, I gotta stop laughing at this. Because it's fucking terminal right now. And I'm already terminally online as it is, so...
Final lap.
2 minutes and 45 seconds? If this were Mario Kart, I'd be done with the race by now. Yeah, I'm getting sleepy. Now that's reminding me of that meme, with the cat, and she's got like the trans symbol on a beanie. Like I'll do a BAM image flash of it. I'm an EP girl in a wakey world. I mean that is me right now. Alright, 4 minutes.
I'm the champ.
And that's what I get for 4 minutes of racing. Like I said, a Mario Kart race would be done in less than half the time. Ugh. Ugh.
Start your
Alright,
engine.
beach. Life's a beach.
Ready? Set. Go!
If anyone gets that reference to Cars 3, then you're cool.
Start.
And if you also think that Cars 3 is the best of the trilogy, then you're super duper uber cool. Ah, fuck.
Approaching sound barrier.
Oh, look at how pixelated the water is. Oh, that's great. Ah, fuck! In case you're wondering, the answer is yes, I'm going to try to complete every single track in one video.
Final lap.
Wow, I'm like on the verge of closing my eyes. This is how sleep-inducing this game is.
I'm the champ.
I'm the champ. Alright, the Sea Carrier. Finally, a different music track.
Set. Go.
Approaching sound barrier.
Perfect start.
Approaching sound barrier.
I mean, what the hell even is this music? Because, you know, none of it really screams M&M's to me. You know, I'd say the peak of M&M video game music was definitely like M&M Shell Shocked. That was just a peak M&M's game in general. Now, I believe the developers of this also had some, like, M&M's Beach Party game. Yeah, they did some, like, M&M's Beach Party game. I want to say it was also on Wii. Oh, no! No! No, you have got to be fucking kidding me. Oh, what? 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 No! No, no, why? Wow, you like really gotta... I mean, thank you, Mr. Alien, but... I mean, come on, get up there! Get up there! Thank you, Mr. Alien.
Approaching sound barrier.
Wow, that was... Yeah, that alien guy was a real lifesaver.
Look,
Yeah.
a nut.
Never thought I'd see the day where I'd be complimenting the CPUs in a racing game.
Approaching sound
But,
barrier.
first time for everything, I guess.
Look, a nut.
A nut.
Approaching sound barrier.
What kind of nut we talking? Like a peanut? Because, you know, they do make M&Ms with peanuts. So what? Are some of these peanuts... Like, I think the yellow one in the commercials is supposed to be a peanut M&M.
Nut.
So what? Does his nut fall out or something? Okay, I'm thinking too much about this. I'm sorry.
Approaching sound
And I'm
barrier.
also sorry for putting the image in your head of an M&M nutting. Okay, now I think I just made that image even worse, so... Okay, I'm just gonna continue playing the game.
Final lap.
See, look, there was also a delay between me passing the goal and going to the next lap. Sea Carrier is the worst level, I gotta say. Yeah, like, it's not even a fucking contest. Man, and why do I... And why does shit like that have to be so slow? I mean, you're making a racing game, you know.
Hello. Where is everybody?
Wow. I mean, you're making a racing game, so slow should be the last thing on your mind. Yeah, you know what? The people are right. These levels would work better in platformers.
Start your engine.
Ah, the Arctic.
Ready.
I wonder if we'll run into Norma the North over here.
Set. Go.
Approaching sound barrier. Perfect start.
Approaching sound barrier. Approaching sound barrier.
Approaching sound barrier.
Approaching sound barrier. Approaching sound barrier. Approaching sound barrier. Approaching sound barrier. Approaching sound barrier. Approaching sound barrier. Approaching sound barrier. Approaching sound barrier. Approaching sound barrier. Approaching sound barrier. Approaching sound barrier. Approaching sound barrier. Approaching sound barrier. Approaching sound barrier. Approaching sound barrier. Approaching sound barrier. Approaching sound barrier. Approaching sound barrier. Approaching sound barrier. Approaching sound barrier. Approaching sound barrier. Approaching sound barrier. Approaching sound barrier. No, approaching sound barrier. 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 Approaching sound barrier.
Final lap.
Approaching sound barrier. 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 Approaching sound barrier.
Hello? Where is everyone?
Approaching sound barrier. Actually, I'm not going to do that anymore. The game was really putting me to sleep there.
Start your
Alien spacecraft. I'm guessing that's the alien's home.
Set.
I can thank them for what a brave hero he is for helping me survive the ship carrier.
approaching sound barrier. Look,
Approaching ship carrier. Approaching ship. Okay, why am I even starting with that again? I bet it wasn't even that funny the first time. That doesn't sound like a sound barrier. Yeah, you know what? This is gonna be the last joke I make about it, but with me making this game somewhat playable, some might say that I broke the sound barrier. Yeah, I know I'm not funny. Also, why does this look like it's like a worm running across? Looks like I'm chasing the worm here. And he's shitting out all of his toxic acid. You know, maybe it's because I'm playing on easy difficulty, but everyone is way too far back ahead of me. Hello? Where is everybody? Though, then again, I wonder if the difficulty would be any different if I was playing on hard mode. Oh, that's it. That felt very short, even for this game. Oh, great. Alien HQ. Like, we really need two of these back-to-back.
Set. Go.
Yep.
I need a better engine.
I'm loving that crusty background JPEG.
A nut.
They probably just searched up starfield.jpg and that was the first thing that came up. Or you know, how about like outerspace.jpg? You can even see where the image starts and ends, I should say. Okay, that was cool. You know, jumping. I don't know why, I just really like doing that. Lap record. 2 out of 3. Wow.
Final lap.
Wow, I thought I was on the final lap already, though. At least that's what it felt like. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's another thing I'm noticing with this game. It doesn't indicate you when lap 2 begins, but when it's the final lap... Well, I mean, you get some text saying lap 2, but not like a voice saying lap 2! Or some bullshit like that. You know, originally I was going to do a video on Heathcliff the Fast and the Furriest, but that game surprisingly didn't give me a lot to talk about. It just sort of exists. You know, and I wanted to do Heathcliff after I had done Garfield last week, so... But, M&M's will do. It's all Wii shovelware at the end of the day.
Start your
Though again,
engine.
M&M's kart racing gives me stuff to talk about.
Set.
Like,
Go.
Yeah, I have more material with this game than I do for Heathcliff Fast and the Furriest. And anyone who's played Heathcliff Fast and the Furriest would probably, you know, you may or may not agree with me there. It's just, yeah, I just.
Sound barrier. I need a better engine. Approaching sound barrier.
There it goes again. Yeah, they said the thing that I'm not going to mention again because I don't like running jokes into the ground.
A nut.
I have this game to do that for me.
Approaching sound barrier.
Also, is it me or does this feel like a rehash of of some other level with the bridge and stuff? I don't know if I'm going crazy here, but it kind of feels like that level again, just with different textures on it. Okay, maybe I am going crazy. Ah, thanks, Red. Why is Red wearing a cowboy hat? Does he even wear that in any commercials?
Oops. Sorry.
Really, the main thing I associate with
Approaching sound
Red is like when they first made a character for the brown M&M in the commercials. This is like 2012, right? Yeah, they first introduced an anthropomorphic brown M&M, and then everyone's and like she's at a party, and like all the guys are checking her out because they think she's naked, and then Red comes in. He's like, "So it's that kind of party? Hit it!" And then he takes off his skin and starts dancing like I'm sexy and I know it. Yeah, that should tell you how old the commercial is. Yeah, it's the most 2012 thing that ever 2012'd. The funny thing is, because that commercial aired during the Super Bowl that year, and I remember like talking to one of my friends at the time how like all the other M&Ms have characters, but the brown one doesn't. And then literally that same weekend, they introduced the brown M&M in commercials. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. How much more of this?
Start your
Oh my god! Again with these Candy Sugar Rush ass levels.
Set.
Where is Sweet Sweet Mountain from Mario Kart when you need it?
approaching sound barrier. A nut. Approaching sound barrier.
Now I know that there's also a DS version of this game. Yeah, there's also a DS version of this game, which I haven't played a lot of, but I played a little bit of it, and I honestly can't decide if it's better or worse than this. Actually, you know, if you played both versions, like I want to hear your opinion. Like, is this better or worse than the DS version, or vice versa?
Final
Okay, well at least this is a short track. We're making things happen. All right. Oh, another new music track.
Ready,
This is Coliseum, it looks like.
set, go!
Now, why can't they use this in the game more often? Give the soundtrack some variety. God damn it! Oh, I knew I should have said God fucking damn it. Oh, that's cool. I get to go under the seats. That's nice. You know, this map would be perfect for, like, Gmod. And not just anything in Gmod, but, like maybe running away from neck spots. You know, hoping they don't kill you. I could see that working, actually. I could see that for any of the tracks in this game. Making like a neck spot survival thing out of it.
Final lap.
And yoink!
Hello? Where is...
What do you got? What do you got for us in store? What do you got in store for us next, game?
Start
Oh,
your
a
engine.
full-on racetrack.
Ready,
Been waiting for something like this.
set, go!
Hey! Look, a nut. Oops, sorry. Approaching sound barrier. Look, a nut.
Wait, are the coins supposed to be nuts or what?
Approaching
No, chocolate
sound
coins. What am I talking about? Yeah, the game has been preaching this for like a while. Stop butt fucking me, Red.
I need a better engine. Look, a nut. Approaching sound barrier.
These voices don't even sound like the M&Ms either.
Final lap.
I am not making first place in this race, I don't think.
Approaching sound barrier.
And why is it this track that the CPUs decide to have an unfair disadvantage, or an unfair advantage over everyone else? Yep. Hey, Yellow's just standing
You
there.
can do better next time.
Try again. No, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, well, that probably just took, like, at least 10 years off my life expectancy. It's Eminem's kart racing, everybody. Yeah, I'm gonna go lie down for a minute. Bye.